Yes everyone, welcome back to another video on the channel. We're at another migrant hotel protest, situated again in a local area of Manchester, in Fallowfield. I'm trying to sound as intellectual as possible, but I'm not, I'm really not. So we're going to a hotel that's called the one of the best Western hotels in Fallowfield. It's one of the Great British National Strike protests that's been advertised. So we're basically just going to see what it's about, get both sides of what's going on, and just go from there really. And as always, we'll see what the crack is. So if you are new to this channel, do give us a like, subscribe and a comment, and let's get the word out there. But yeah, peace. So guys, this is the Manchester South Hotel. As you can see, the security moving straight away. There's actually a Palestinian flag on a pedal bike in there, if you'd believe it. Doesn't look too bad of a hotel. I've not seen kind of too much about it. This obviously, this side of the building looks quite modern. There must be some sort of extension onto the building here. Car parking, £7 per night. Well, I can't park a bus in there. You've got the security there preparing for the protest. But yeah, as you can see on that bike there, Palestinian flag, which is different. It's not a massive hotel. But yeah, this one's the one at Wilmslow Road in Fallowfield, and you know, I'm not actually sure why this protest has actually been arised. The main reasoning for it anyway, obviously the main thing from the British side is to get all of the hotels closed down, so I don't know if it's anything to do with that, but this one has been from the Great British National Strike, or Great British National Protest, organised over on their page. So if you do get a minute after this video, do go and check them out. They do a lot of good work around the country to obviously make Britain British really, and you know, keep people's values and cultures together. Now I am quite early, so I'm gonna go see if there's any good scran about. I've just come from a bit of a venue, so I'm in jeans and a casual top, which is not my usual dress sense. So but yeah, I'll chat back with you when it gets a bit more lively. But it's currently, let me have a look at the time. It's currently 10 to 3 now. Apparently the Antifa lot and all them lot's supposed to be here at 3 o'clock. So whether that still happens, I don't know. But the actual protest, not the counter protest, the actual protest for the British side is supposed to start at 4 PM. So I always like to get down here early, set the scene early. But we're gonna go and get some food anyway, because pretty hungry. But yeah, peace. So it's
No, you didn't.
so it starts. We're at the Fallowfield Manchester South Hotel. We obviously got all the Antifa lot here. Same ones that we've seen at Didsbury really. It's the same sign there. More of the same faces, and again, a lot of these have come from the pro-Palestinian demo. And just looking at the face on the guy with the green high vis there, he looks kind of mortified. Definitely recognise a few faces here from the pro-Palestinian demos anyway, so they're shouting peace signs, and they're actually applauding the migrants in the hotel and waving. We had a "We love you." There's a few of the migrants up there kind of watching over. How you doing, pal? You alright? Good to see you again.
We're fighting back.
But yeah, it's still early days yet, so we'll see what the crack is for the rest of the day. Got a few words being said between each other. We've got the Jesus is King sign here, seeing an Israel flag, British flag. We've got the fascist on the attack, we fight them back. Few obviously aren't happy about the Israel flag.
Let me get a picture of that with the flag. Jesus is king with an Israel flag, you muppets! What's the love, the Wales and my
Wasn't he being alright was about 10 minutes ago?
Yeah, no, he is alright, he is alright.
You need the love
To be fair, he's shouting at the Israel flag, not us.
Yeah, that's it. Genuinely, he is more impartial.
But he spoke to us, so that already
Yeah,
suggests
no,
better
he's
than all
alright.
these lot.
But he doesn't massively agree with these lot. He just what he does is he sits on the sidelines. He's not that bad.
What, in general?
Right?
In general, or?
No?
No, alright. Well, yeah, just saying what's going on, like you didn't know what was happening.
No, yeah.
Or is it like more of a
No, literally what's going on?
It's basically
Got all the British flags coming down now.
The lefties and
Got our usual lot from Didsbury and Cresta here. In massive, yeah, that's a massive flag that. It's a big flag. Early days, yeah. Someone's shouting Sue. Sue is in Ronaldo, Sue is in Sue. Or someone you're suing. We don't know. We'll find out in a minute. But yeah, I've noticed every single one of them today. Well, not every single one of them, but the large majority have all got masks on today. It's quite interesting to see. I don't know why, because a lot of the ones that have got masks on today didn't yesterday.
I wish you recorded that. I just explained to him exactly why we're here. There's like cases of child rape coming out of these hotels. He was like, oh, fair play.
I might see if I can have a chat with these fellas and see if they kind of understand. So these two lads there aren't happy with the Israeli flag. See, I don't think everyone on the British side does actually agree with Israel. I don't really know what the crack is with that, but yeah. So we've got the usual chants, fight the fascists. When we definitely remember yesterday that some of these people were calling me a fascist whilst taking the mick out of ginger hair, which is fascist in itself, really, isn't it? Oh, we got two fingers from the jogger. Yeah, you run, little boy. You run, little boy. I couldn't even remember which one yesterday it was that called me, you know, obviously making the ginger comments. So, if I can remember, I'll point them out, but they were probably in a mask more than likely. Just the usual chants, just the usual ones.
Welcome here! You're coming! You're murderers!
Right.
Get in the fucking bath, you children. Go on, fuck off, you ginger twat.
Boy.
Support on that.
You're alright, mate.
You can never trust a lefty.
It's about the abuse. Nah, it's all good, mate. Don't worry.
Never trust a lefty with your kids.
Get on your own side, man. Left, 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 left. Left, left, yeah.
Fucking nonce!
You need to know what to be doing, mate.
Aren't you fucking wronging?
Alright, mate.
Get on your own side, left, left.
You happy about that?
Police are finally actually coming out. Took them a while.
Send them back! 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 Send them back!
That's the guy over there. So, seems to be on their side.
Red bastard! Red fucking bastard! No fucking communism here, mate! No communism here! Fucking democracy! Killed 1 million of my fucking people, mate! Killed 1 million of my people!
I don't know what's worse, the fucking weakness in the hotels or these clubs here.
It's all going off here. They've got like an anti-Antifa protest, anti-fascist protest, and then obviously on the right side they've got obviously stopped the boats and stopped the migrant hotels. You can zoom in, mate, I'm just explaining what the protests are all about.
Back over there, you idiot! People!
Well, Stephen Brody, if you want to house them all, you're more than welcome.
We're not separated,
Hold me, mate. Come on, hold you back.
Wait, both sides, we're not separated. Call reinforcements and what's that? Unfortunately, we've got
Back in the shot, you just missed it on brakes. And a few scraps, few kicking off. Oh, we got Nazi scum.
Now the police are in. Right side up and win the
The nose. The pigeon nose. She's famous and she don't know it. Yeah, got it all live and on record. Hey? Yeah. Yeah, they got the reinforcements here now.
Communists!
I mean, I don't know why you'd send 2 police officers for a protest. That don't really make sense. Oh dear. What the fuck is that? What on earth is that? I don't even know. I don't think that knows. Is it a man or a woman? That is, what the hell is that? I'm sure Palestine would be really accepting of that. Jeepers.
There's a special rooftop party for her.
Oh, rooftop party for herself. Bloody hell, 750 in the live, guys. Let's go. Hey, what a bad idea doing a live. Look at that, 750 in right now.
I can't do it, my phone won't charge.
Oh, I've just put it on my power bank.
No, I've got a power bank.
My battery's shit on this phone, but I've just done it on my power bank, so it should be right.
Power bank on.
Yeah. Oh, bloody hell, it went from 750 to 460. Fucking hell.
Live?
Yeah.
Find you live. You don't come up. How long you been live?
What's that, mate?
How long you been live? I will search it.
15 minutes. Gays for Islam is the funniest thing ever. They won't make it 3 days in Palestine. Who is? No, she's from the Great British National Strike.
It's for the British, fuck off the phone.
As you can see, there was a bit of kick-off then. Especially with the Palestinian flags. A lot of the patriots weren't happy with the flags. So we've seen Israel and Palestine flags, which, I'll be very honest with you, both flags have nothing to do with what's going on here today, really. We got another van here of reinforcements. Yeah. the answer to your question, Brian, I'm not too sure. I hope you can see this on your TV screens, your phone screens. It is real. There is a delivery driver outside of the hotel. Like, you just couldn't make it up. You really could not make it up. Whose facial recognition has he used to do his job today? And what percentage of wage is he getting from that person? Absolutely shocking. Fucking shocking. I'll house 7. Well, do you know what, Craig? Fair play to you. If you are willing to house them, fair enough. No one's got a problem with migrants, you know, that come here legally and actually want to integrate into society. And if people want to house them, no one's got anything against that. But what we're talking about is people that are leeching off society, which are these people in this hotel, making hard-working taxpayers pay for them being here. Like, why should hard-working taxpayers pay for illegal migrants to be here that they don't even want here? And then not only that, these people that are here counter-protesting are paid for by trade unions, which are funded by the government, and they are paid to be here for 2 hours. I guarantee you, once it hits 5, 6 o'clock, depending on how many hours they're getting paid for, on the dot, 5 or 6 o'clock, they will not be here. They've actually finally brought some more police in, which is quite surprising for a protest. They brought 2 police officers at the start and then wait for it to kick off to actually bring more. Surely if you'd wait to prevent a kick-off. But I'm imagining now with you know, another kick-off, there's going to be more reinforcements arriving, so to prevent more. And obviously they'll make sure these, you know, pookie bears are dead comfy, wrap them up in cotton wool. I mean, look at this guy here, he was there yesterday. This guy here in the grey shirt, what is that? Why is he ballied up? What does he need to be ballied up for? Guys, just want to say a quick appreciation there. 153,000 people on the live. That is absolutely mega, and an extra 483 subscribers. I just want to say a lot of love for that, really. So it's all kind of starting to fade out here. Obviously it's coming up to 6 o'clock, so these people will not be here after 6 o'clock, as that's all they get paid for. So they'll be off on their jolly trods later. So it's all kind of fading out now. You got the TAU here, only the one. It's not been, well, I say it's not been too hostile. I mean, there's been obviously a couple of kick-offs here, so obviously with the difference between the Palestine and the Israel flag, there was a couple of differences about them too, which me personally I don't support either. So it's still similar scenes here. Still got all the oh, we're anti-fascist, but we decide to be fascist while shouting anti-fascist remarks. And then obviously you got some of the patriots still here. But obviously it's coming to, we're going to check the time now, we'll do a little time check. We are currently at 17:39, which means we've got about 20 minutes left of lefties, and then whatever happens after. So we've got the young ladies of the UK here, supporting what's right. Supporting what's right. And these people are against that. They're against young ladies supporting their country. Young ladies that just want to feel safe. Young ladies that just want to go out at night and not be demonised by migrants. Young ladies that just want to be here in their own country that their ancestors fought for. If that's racist, if that's fascist, if that makes you a Nazi, so be it. You call us what you want, but one thing the British people will never do is back down. So guys, we grabbed an Oasis and we're back, and it's the same scenes. Just the same scenes really, just the protest more than anything. Just to still Israel, the Union Jack. What kind of brings you here today?
What brings me here is the fact that we live in a multicultural society. This is Fallowfield, this is Winslow Road, the Curry Mile.
Yeah.
We live in a society where everyone's welcome. Everyone is welcome. My granddad come here many, many years ago in the 50s. Didn't have a job, but worked and progressed. You know.
Yeah. Obviously, we've seen before. Obviously, it kicking off when you were walking past and everything, and then the police. And so, what was the whole situation with that?
I was walking past. I live around there. I was racially abused. I'm not going to stand for that where I live.
No, not at all.
You know what I mean? I got confronted. Sorry, I'm a proud man. Tell him not to film. I don't want him to film me. Come on, lad. I don't want you to film me. I've agreed to him. Don't want anyone else. Pardon? Because I don't. I'm speaking to him. I'm a YouTuber. I know you're a YouTuber, but I don't agree with everything all YouTubers do. That's fine. I don't want you to film me.
It's not on yet.
I don't care. I don't care.
So it's not on yet.
I don't care. I'm just asking you nicely. I'll chat to you up, but I want to talk one at a time. Right?
So yeah, so obviously back to where we obviously it kicked off a bit before. So you know, what was the whole situation with the police as well? Because I noticed they were pushing you back, and obviously.
Pushed me, and it was just like, I was like, I'm just walking.
So the point a few people were making over there was obviously, like you said, you were walking past, and obviously it kind of turned into a situation where a lot of people were saying if you were walking past, you know,
I had someone say something,
you know.
So I'm not gonna.
I did hear the communist shout. Someone shout communist.
I don't agree with communism. I'm not a communist.
One question I want to ask, right, and I never really get to ask this question with obviously the left side.
And this is why I'll speak to you, because
and I do appreciate that.
I understand there's certain people on the left who won't speak to people, and that frustrates me, because I've been on both sides of the argument. Be honest with you, I've self-hated for years about what I was and who I am. Not anymore. So that's why I'll speak to you, because it's important to have that dialogue. There's a lot more in common than what divides us.
Yeah.
A lot more.
Oh, I'm sure there's either way from each side. There's I'm sure there's loads of things that both sides agree on more than anything.
For example, people shout Keir Starmer's a wanker.
Well, to be honest, I've seen it in Didsbury yesterday.
Plenty of people on this side who agree.
In fact, both sides were actually chanting it at the same time. And do you know what? It was actually nice to see.
My argument is, I don't have an issue with people who come here by boat. Now think about that. You come here by boat, how fearful you be? You ever thought about drowning?
The drowning.
Been in European nations, though.
Yeah, I understand they've been in European nations, but
so they already say.
But it's not under international law. An asylum seeker will find refuge in the first place they're acceptable in. Now, for example, if you speak basic English, you're not going to stop in France. You know, it's just basic logic. If you've got family here,
Do they speak basic English?
I imagine some of them do. I imagine if you went in there and spoke to the majority of them would want to work, would want to contribute. No one wants to come here and sit on their arse and wait 3 years to be protested.
People are concerned about the numbers because it's just you can't flood the country. We're full. We're already full.
But
There's no more
how
room.
we full? The same excuse was made.
Pressures.
The same excuse. The pressures doesn't come from a migrant. Pressures come from the top.
The people, the pressure on the NHS, the pressure on.
But where does that come from? That comes
Too
from
many people.
It doesn't. It comes from the top. There's enough money to go around for everyone. A wealth tax. The issue is, this I don't know if this hotel's owned by Britannia Group. Britannia Group don't pay tax in the UK. You're telling me that costs £300 a night to stay in? I could have booked there 60 quid a night 2 years ago.
The one
issue.
The one that was £300 that people were saying was the Britannia in Canary Wharf, which I can believe, it's centre of London.
Yeah, centre of London, I get that. But the issue is, it's not the people coming here on boats. The issue is the billionaires taking out the system. Oh yeah,
and like I say, I've said this before, you know, I'm sure there's a lot of things that people agree on from either side. But I think if everyone actually came together and, you know, battled it out, you know, had debates and everything, because, you know, a lot of the British people want to go over and have a debate. Not all the time do, you know, the left-sided people want to have a debate.
Just the left side.
The point I make is the real criminals in all of this situation who create division and fear within the communities. And now, you see it here now. This is all division. The government create that division. So everyone needs to be paying a knock to the government. Keir Starmer and everything.
You can't not stop paying tax.
Oh no! Tax makes the world, makes the country. It makes the country work.
Yeah.
Funds, a lot of important things. But
yesterday in Stockport, I tried suggesting getting a microphone. Why don't you go a mic and ask a question to the other side?
The reason I won't go to Stockport, I think the difference between this and Stockport is none of them are local. I think we can both agree on that. Maybe one or two.
Many of them.
Exactly. There's not, maybe one or two who are local.
Yesterday was a massive
That's massive to Stockport, that whole estate come out. That's the difference. Now that hotel in Stockport, I get you filming on that's fine. That hotel in Stockport, that's not all that. That's families. That's kids. That's kids. Now, imagine this. You fled a country, whether it be war-torn or climate change or anything like that, or even if you are an economic migrant, because this country's always attracted them, be them the Irish or the Windrush generation, right?
Yeah.
You've come here, you've risked your child's life on it, didn't you? All you want is a better life.
So one question I want to ask you, right, is obviously I do agree, Bredbury Hall and Britannia both in Stockport, they do house families, but the large majority of hotels that house in men, all that quite commonly seem to be aged between 18 and 40. Why is that such a common thing?
I think it's a common thing, and I'll tell you why. Now, in the 1800s, the Irish come in droves. They come in droves to build this country, the navvies. You go down any canal, you can see the inscriptions where they wrote the names, so they got paid brick by brick. They built the railways, they built the roads. They brought the men first. Now, when you used to come over, the Irishmen, they all got called Paddy. And this, that, the other, you take this, I'm not going to swear because you're on YouTube, it's a family show.
Yeah.
They got abused. Now, you're not going to bring your family to a hostile environment. I think, given the chance, these people's allowed to work. I'm not sat in a hotel for 3 years.
Well, I think...
Hang on, like many of them are.
Yeah.
And they was given the rights to work and they could contribute, then they would. Right now, Britain's facing a crisis of people with manual labour. Come to work.
Yeah.
There's not much manual labour to do anymore.
There is. That's a myth. That's a myth. According to trade unions, we're on a knife edge. We're on a knife edge because a lot of people.
Steel in this trade. There's no.
But it's not about steel. It's about manufacturing. It's about industry. It's about building homes. This government set out a plan to build 1 million homes. Who's going to build them?
Builders.
But there's none. That's the issue. You reckon within the next 2 or 3 years it's going to fall off a cliff edge of people retiring. Many of them Irish, many of them English working classes. The issue is working class. It's not me versus them. I have more in common with a man who comes by a boat than someone who arrives by a private jet or a private fucking yacht. And that's that.
So people don't believe that. Everyone here, all these Stockport lads and all these people concerned up and down the country, in their minds they're being invaded by millions of people who have different values, want to Islamify the nation, and they don't want that. Is this the end of the West? Is this the end of England as we know it in the 30s and the 40s, the 1910s? The people out the culture, the towns and cities, the culture.
What is a culture? What is a culture?
You know what it is.
Fish and chips.
Things like that.
Fish and chips imported by the fucking Jewish people from.
I didn't say fish and chips.
Well, you just did.
I didn't.
You did. You just said fish and chips. Said things like that.
I said things like that after you said it.
Is it a Christian country?
Yeah.
Christian culture.
I'm not talking about Christianity.
You're saying about culture. What is British culture?
My ancestors, people. Are we never going to see the society the same way again as it has been previously? I don't think we have this changing
culture. Isn't that a beauty
culture.
about things? Isn't it that it moves on and progresses? Because if everything stayed the same, we'd all be fucking inbred. Let's have it right. Look at their own family.
People believe that there's no tolerance, there's no integration with certain communities.
If you pick out a minority of every minority and every religion in this country could say the same thing.
But the Sikhs integrate, the
I
Indians
bet
integrate,
there's a minority who don't.
the Polish integrate.
What it is, right?
The Muslims
No
don't seem
one
to
over
want to
there.
I
integrate.
don't think that's right. I think we're down a very dangerous road.
People over there, I don't view people over there as racist.
I don't
You
know.
get but the thing is, but you get the best. You get the best of a bad bunch. Everywhere you go, there'll be racism.
Yeah.
It's shit.
Yeah.
I'll agree with you. But the thing is, I think a lot of people that come there, and it's the same with Stockport, the local people that are just concerned about the people that are here that they know nothing about. You know, they don't. They're kind of caged in these hotels. They're not allowed. You know, sometimes they're not being allowed to integrate. I'm sure there's people in that hotel that would love to integrate, that would love to share culture with people, but there's a lot of people in there that aren't integrating into society, and you know, all people want is just, you know, common. So there was one in Hoylake I seen that had asylum seekers originally, and they integrated into society. They went to schools, you know, they came to pubs. Maybe they all drink, maybe some of them do, but you know, they were all integrating within the society and, you know, involved in the communities, right? And what a lot of people are concerned about is that, you know, you see videos of people that have come by a boat, because some of them have had phones on the boats, and they've been throwing documentation into the sea, right? And that makes people concerned, because why would you do that? If you're coming here to gain asylum, why would you throw your documentation away? Because that in itself gives you less chance of gaining asylum.
No, I understand that, but the issue is if you've got documentation and you don't prove your asylum appeal, you will go back to the country you've been from. And imagine you're from Afghanistan, but you won't go back to Afghanistan.
Oh no, not at all. Yeah.
I'm not from Afghanistan.
But at the end of the day,
You can't send us back there. We're not from there.
But I'm not disputing that. You're talking a whole different
This
point.
lady yesterday in Stockport, she said to me, she said, everyone anywhere in the world has the right to live anywhere in
Humans
the world.
aren't illegal.
You can't, but that's like
Humans
me
aren't
saying
illegal.
I'm entitled to just be a citizen of the US or a citizen of North Korea or a citizen of Spain just because I feel like it. No.
But if you feel fear or intimidation, be that politically or due to where you're from or due to the climate you live in, then that's right. We've always been a welcoming country.
Too welcoming.
But it's not too welcoming, is it? Because how many people move aboard? Does that ever get mentioned?
No wonder.
But does it ever get mentioned? You can't just say no wonder. I'm having a proper debate here.
Do you know?
I mean, civil.
Do you know?
I don't know the exact figures, but I imagine it's very similar. If someone goes to Spain, if you had a family member who went to Spain, would you call them an asylum seeker? No, you call them an expat. Correct.
They spend time in Spain, but they don't
Correct.
move to Spain. They might
But
have
they
a
do.
holiday home.
They do.
They have a holiday home in Spain. They come back most of the year.
That's not necessarily true.
And they spend 3 months in Australia a year and 9 months in
That's
the
not
UK.
necessarily true. You don't know that.
And they accept the culture over there. They don't want to try and change it.
How do you know if someone can accept the culture if they're not allowed to integrate? Now, for example, those in Stockport, them children come to school in the local area. Is that not integrating?
well, that is integrating. I'll agree with you there.
Now, I imagine if you're a Kurd and you're in this hotel, and you've come from Iran or Iraq, and you face being persecuted and murdered for who you are, they could very well be your doctor next year, they could very well be your dentist, they could be wiping your ass when you're older. And that's just the reality of it. Yes, there are going to be a small minority who don't fit into that. You are here for the wrong purposes. But I tell you what, mate, I could take you to a prison and show you a lot more people who are native to this country who do exactly the same.
That's because we're a majority.
Now, I've got one last question to you because, well, obviously I appreciate you taking the time to talk to me today, and it's not very often I get to talk to someone from this side of the protest. Now, a common question that is asked is, what's the whole thing with trans rights for Palestine?
Trans rights, Palestine, look, the way I look at it, I'm not asked whether you're trans, you're a man, you're a woman, I don't care.
I'm guessing you are a supporter of, obviously, the Palestine movement.
I am,
Yeah.
and for the simple reason, I agree with proportionate retaliation. I agree with that. When the IRA was bombing England, did we go and absolutely obliterate Ireland? No, we didn't. Did we starve people? Technically in the 1800s, we did. The potato famine. But the issue is, and it's not trans rights or gays or what have you, as long as you're a good person, I don't care. I'm not bothered about what you've got between your legs. And I think it's weird that people do.
But what the big concern is how people from Muslim countries view that.
But why should that matter?
Because they're here. going to
No, hang
be
on.
displayed in the society.
No, so what I'm talking about is what a lot of people do say is if these people did go to Palestine, would they be persecuted for their views and how, you know,
I don't know, I've never
their
been to
gender
Palestine.
identity?
I've never been to Palestine. So
Yeah.
I couldn't. Hang on. Palestine is not solely Muslim. There's a lot of Christians in Palestine who get persecuted by Israel as well. Did you not see what the Pope said when he was ordained? How he used to get calls daily from Christians in Palestine who was persecuted and murdered just for being Palestinian. That's a difference. I know plenty of Jewish people who are not against the state of Palestine. At the end of the day, if you conflate Zionism with the state of Israel and the role of what Jews play within Israel, that is anti-Semitic on its own, because you conflate what Jews do with the state of Israel. According to the anti-Semitic rules, that is part of it. I don't. There's a distinct difference. You can be Jewish and opposed to what the Jewish government are doing. I'm British and I'm opposed to what the British government are doing.
So in terms of the boats, would you say keep them coming then?
I wouldn't say keep them coming. I'd say open the safe routes again. At the end of the day, these boats have come as a consequence of the previous government. During COVID, you thought they'd help the mates out who own hotels by paying them for them. And that's just a consequence of that.
Also, you think the government are actually, obviously, allowing this to happen? Do they need these people? Is that what? Do they think they need them to be these labourers, like you say?
No, I don't.
Is this
think,
the new workforce? Though?
No, I don't think they need them. But I think there's a role, and I think there's a role for it to be done properly and fairly and safely.